Today's show is sponsored by the ABV Barrel Shop. The ABV Barrel Shop is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri, and is the world's first single barrel only liquor store. This business is owned and operated by Steve Akeley and Jim Fosnot. Head over to abvbarrelshop.com to sign up for their email and text distribution list. That way you'll know what they have in stock, what classes are coming up, and what barrel picks they have in the works. We are also sponsored by The Bar to Go. The Bar to Go offers a fully customizable carrying case that allows you to take your favorite distilled spirits or cocktail ingredients with you. Whether you're looking for yourself, a customized gift, or logo items for your business or event, The Bar to Go can help. Check them out at thebar2go.com. Use the number 2 when you type out The Bar to Go. Did you know Neely Family Distillery now ships its popular distilled spirits directly to you? To order, simply call 859-394-3258. Tell them the ABV Network sent you. And now, on to the show.
Let's drink!
Welcome to the Bourbon Daily, the podcast about everything bourbon delivered to you every day of the week. Today on the show, we discuss what would be the best real bourbon for a bar. My name is McNew. Please join me in welcoming my co-host, Steve Akeley, along with our special guests, Katie Joyce, Ryan Thompson, and Lenny Eckstein.
Hey, gang, what's up?
Hey, guys.
Hey, guys.
Hello. You're going to want to stick around for for this one for sure, because this could easily get into some of Steve Old Man anger. If one of these answers, like, I think it should just be Booker's. No bar in the world is going to be able to have Booker's as their rail, so it has to be awesome, based in legitimacy. It would be awesome. It's not going to happen though. No. It's just maybe the bar at the Nose House, maybe they could do it. They could pull that one off. But a real bar that's in business with customers, that's not going to happen. So we'll see if people can get the gist of it or not. So we'll check that out. But and also have to give a shout out to Jim Fosnot, who co-wrote this show with me. He came up with the ideas. Oh, pretty good stuff. Hello, Jim. So thanks for submitting that in, and your cards and letters are always appreciated, folks. Before we get to the show, Katie said there's something she wanted to talk about. What is that, Katie?
Yes. And I can't remember if this has been talked about before, but they had announced this once before a while back, and they announced it again recently. But Netflix has been talking about tracking IPs and blocking other
this is timely
families. And so they're going to prevent families from sharing passwords. Basically, they're trying to lock down on this. So my understanding of what their new plan is they're going to make you log in every so often, like once a week or so, and then they see what your IP address location is when you log in. And if it's changing, then they're basically saying that you're sharing your password with family, and they're, I think, going to threaten to like cancel your account.
Yeah, they can cancel it. Go ahead and cancel it. Netflix.
It's different.
Fuck you.
Locations.
I'm done with you.
So my opinion is that I'm going to stock up on all my Netflix shows I want to watch now, and then screw you. I'm going to just cancel it and not rejoin you. And if we all join together, though, we can get them to change it. Because if we all just cancel our accounts and tell them screw you, I bet within 90 days even, they'll tank and they'll have to change it.
I'll be part of that. I'll cancel my Netflix.
You think we can band together and do it?
Yeah.
I think
is your documentary on Netflix or on Prime?
On none of the above. We just put it on Amazon is what we do. So
Amazon.
And then, or YouTube. The latest one's on YouTube, but because we just wanted to make it totally free. No one can complain that you're making any money off. We're not making any money off the Jerry Dalton one. It's just 100% free view. So no commercials or anything.
Cancel it then. Yep.
Just cancel. Yeah.
And there's so many other options, like Hulu is free. Great. Amazon Prime's great. Yep. HBO Max is great. I don't need to
Paramount. It's great. Goodbye, Netflix. Thanks for playing.
I've got a totally contrary opinion to you guys. Go ahead. And I'm not just trying to be contrary. I actually feel this way. So my parents they lived where I grew up outside of Philadelphia, and they moved about 30 minutes away from me once my kid was born. Down the street, sorry. And they use my Netflix account, and I don't like it. And I'd say to them, guys, just get your own. Like, you shouldn't It's annoying me that
they can set up their own profile. That would be
I don't
fine.
want their profile. I don't want any of it.
Okay.
I want them.
Fine. So you don't want your parents in there. I get that. So you could change the password. By the way, then they would be out anyway. But you could fix this if you really wanted to. But that's fine. We're going to play the game.
Netflix to do his dirty work for him.
We're going to play. Let's humor Lenny for a second here. We're going to play this game because I looked into this too. Katie, I didn't know Katie was going to talk about this, but I looked into this because Lenny has 2 homes. So if Lenny decides that he is in Buena Vista, Colorado, and that's where he is, that thing is coming in, but he's in Maine, and he's like, I'm just going to sign into my Netflix account because I am the owner of said account. Sorry, Lenny, guess what? Second homes, you got to get a second plan for yourself too.
I even
thought about this.
Suck it, Lenny. It now costs you double.
Steve, before you go on your old man rant, I too thought of this, and I'm quite certain that Netflix looks at it and says, we're going to put that person who is likely traveling and is entitled to use their Netflix account on a timer of sorts. And after a certain point, we will, there's no way they're going to say you can't use your account anywhere but your home IP.
Yeah, that's a home IP. That's it. You get your home
base. So I also thought about parents that have college kids. Like, you're going to make a college kid that's poor by a Netflix account. I mean, it's $6, but
yes.
Yeah,
and that means you can't use Netflix on your phone. So you can travel and use it on your phone. You can't.
It's a different IP when you're around. Yeah.
I'm going to say they're more sophisticated than you're giving them credit for.
Oh.
They did kind of revolutionize, just new media broadcast.
I just think the whole thing is irritating.
Do you work for Netflix or something, Lenny? What would you love for Netflix?
What's with
the
Netflix?
Don't with this Netflix. Jeez,
it's not you guys don't watch it.
I'm sorry, Lenny. Jeez.
The other thing
it's untouchable in Lenny's house.
I understand having a price difference of introducing a different platform level of saying this is now the level for an individual and you can only have it one location, and this is the level for a few dollars more for a family, and so make it so it's not double the price, but making it a few dollars more.
So
I also accept that. Totally fine.
Right.
My mom is pretty technology challenged, and she's on my brother's because I wasn't fucking dealing with it. But I can't imagine being like, this is your password. I wrote it down for you. Like, no, that's a fucking nightmare.
It is a nightmare. I had the Neelys get on mine, and next thing you know, they're upgrading the plan and everything else. I had to change my password and kick them out. I know that there's problems associated with this. I've been down this road. The fucking Neelys start buying everything with it. Don't even think about it. Don't even tell me. I don't know any of this shit till I get the bill.
What are they buying on Netflix?
Oh, you can upgrade plans. You can get the HD version. There's all kinds of. Believe me, you can ding the hell out of yourself with Netflix. But I can't wait for the day when Lenny is in Maine wanting to watch something on Netflix, and he's trying to call. You know who I am. This is my account, and it's not going to happen. And they're going to hit him for $7.99, $8.99, $10.99, whatever the hell his program is. Yeah, I'm going to love it.
Here's also the thing:
love it.
It automatically just logs in on all of our TVs. If I ever have to put in a password,
I'm just done. When you got to put in another
password.
Like if Facebook ever decides you got to sign in again, goodbye Facebook. The only I just click on the Facebook thing and go. I don't know what my password is.
I'll just be like, I made a new one because I don't remember passwords.
Yeah, I'm not going to do a password. And it's not even easy to put in. We got the little remote that's the Apple TV. Yeah. It's not like you got letters you can type. You got to click the thing and move around. No,
I'm done as soon as they ask me for a password or to verify anything. I'm like, no, absolutely not happening.
Goodbye, Netflix.
Or if you go to an Airbnb, they all have smart TVs now in the Airbnbs, so you can log into your own Netflix.
Yeah. Exactly. Nope, and it will keep working. You guys are taking this way too far.
Yeah,
Netflix is ruining all of our lives. They're determined to.
Just your lives.
There you go.
Not mine.
All right. On that note, it is time to drink. Lenny, for some reason, it has to be the contrarian.
Time.
Yeah. It's time to. What is everyone drinking? Let's start with Katie. Katie, what do you got?
I am having some Deer Hammer single malt whiskey, the single barrel select from the ABV Barrel Shop.
Oh, I thought that was the Netflix pick. Okay, but that's that one.
Yeah, we're gonna rename this one the Netflix pick.
The Netflix pick.
I'll write it on the label.
All right, fair enough. Oh wow! All right, let's just go to commercial break. She won.
Right.
That was pretty good. That's pretty
good. I hope you're all on your home IP address, or else you weren't allowed to hear that pop.
All right. Next up, let's go with Ryan. Ryan, what do you got?
Well, again, I'm out here in the Northwest, and I got my buddy's bottle. So,
yeah, he's got one bottle. Yeah, it's going to get worse and worse. Those cork pops. So okay, that was significantly worse than the first time we popped it. So it'll keep getting worse.
We'll take it.
McNew, what do you got?
I have some Brothers Bond.
Oh.
That's close. Lenny, who's got the lead? Katie with the bassier boom, but a little less than the high-pitched one McNew threw out there.
I mean, I don't even think that's a question. Katie's Deer Hammer Cork Pop was obviously.
Oh, I shouldn't have asked Lenny. But our rule is, no matter how wrong we think a judge is, once we throw it to them, it is their opinion and it gets to stay. So, despite Lenny's bad thinking there, he gets final say. So, Katie has the lead. Lenny, what do you got?
Well, I was going to go with some heat, but I don't want to beat my own bottle. I'm going to go with
Go off.
Wyoming Whiskey's National Parks Series 5-year bourbon.
Okay. Oh, well, that was good. That was exquisite. That was like it's combination lock. That was Tim Swedish. All right.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, Elmer T. Lee. How about that? You guys wish you had a bottle of this. I'm just drinking it here. All right, here we go. Ooh, I think that was win. a win. Do you think?
I didn't hear anything.
Heard nothing.
No, there was nothing, but I was trying. Katie wins again. Cheers, gang.
Cheers.
Ding. I would like to say that I also won with this bottle last time I popped it, so I'm now going to keep a tally on the back of the label here, and we'll see how many times that this Deer Hammer bottle can win a cork pop.
Powerful stuff.
Yeah, powerful stuff.
Especially now, it's called the Netflix pick now officially. So
yeah. Remember when Lenny thought for 5 years someone was just talking over his cork pops? He didn't have bad cork pops. It was just people talking over him. Jeez.
I didn't think.
All our fault.
Yeah, it was 5 years. All right. We'll take a quick break. And then when we come back, we're going to be talking about what is the best rail bourbon. We'll do that in just a few. Let's talk about the people who make these shows happen. First up is the ABV Barrel Shop. It is the most unique shopping experience in the world of bourbon, as the ABV Barrel Shop only sells single barrels. Owners Steve Akeley and Jim Fosnot select. With over 100 distilleries on board to sell us barrels, we are home to the most unique and diverse barrel pick selections in the bourbon world. By signing up for our email, you will always know what we have in stock. In addition to the single barrels, we'll have a gift shop featuring ABV Barrel Shop as well as ABV Network merchandise. We are partnering with vendors like Art Eatables and Old Man Bay Signs to bring you unique items you can't find anywhere else. We'll also have a 24-seat classroom where we are offering educational and fun classes like Breakfast and Bourbon, a series where we pair donuts and bourbon, customer barrel picks, and opportunities to learn from master distillers and other bourbon dignitaries. Best of all, we feature a tasting bar where you can try before you buy. All of this is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri. If you are in the St. Louis area, please stop by to say hi. If you're traveling in from outside the area, please take advantage of our hotel rates with the Drury Inn and Pear Tree Inn, less than a mile from our shop. This can be done via the links in our Visit St. Louis section on our website. Head over to abvbarrelshop.com to plan your trip. The ABV Barrel Shop. It's where single barrels live. Hi, this is Steve Akeley, owner of the ABV Network. We're sponsored by the Stave and Thief Society. This is where you, a bourbon enthusiast, can expand your knowledge and emerge a bourbon steward. In 2017, I completed my Executive Bourbon Steward certification. It's the most comprehensive bourbon certification program available and connects you with an expansive network of bourbon enthusiasts and professionals. Check out the full listing of in-person and online certifications and join the society today by enrolling at staveandthief.com. Okay, let's talk about the Neely Family Distillery. In 2018, I met Royce Neely at an industry event. He started appearing on our shows, and we became friends during my frequent trips to Kentucky. Today, he is amongst the leaders of young distillers leaving their mark on the bourbon industry. A visit to Neely Family Distillery yields insight on their unique family history, why their products are special, and gives you the opportunity to taste their whiskey, moonshine, and creams. Check them out at NeelyFamilyDistillery.com or visit them in Sparta, Kentucky. Danny, though, you are between Jim and Victory. What do you got?
I have an Indiana rye.
Sure, Danny.
Tumble dice.
Cumblebeiss. Yes, I love Cumblebeiss. I'm sure that's the name of the brand, Cumblebeiss. Sure.
Tumble dice.
Oh, tumble dice. Okay.
Yes.
That's
Freddie Mills approves.
Okay. Freddie Mills approves.
So we're about to pop it.
No, that was all desk is what that was. All desk, no pop. Jim wins. So Jim, you got it there, man.
Hey.
Congrats, Jim.
Cheers, gang.
Cheers. Oh my God, this is horrible.
Welcome back to the Bourbon Daily. Today we're talking about what is the best real bourbon for a bar.
Yes, we are. So does anyone want to throw one out there, knowing that I'm judging the whole time?
Well, I'm going to put it out there that is depends on your environment.
Here we go.
I'm here with this.
I'm at a bar. I'm at a bar. Yeah.
Dive bar.
Okay.
Or
But what kind of bar,
high end?
I'm at a medium bar. I'm not at a dive bar. I'm not at a high-end bar. I'm just
we got to define this stuff, right? So
you guys all have been to my place, every single one of you. Say that was just an actual bar. It's not a bar, by the way. I don't want to infer that it is. It's a tasting bar.
ABV,
we don't have a bar license, so I'm not saying it's a bar, but it is a tasting bar. If we turn that into a regular bar,
benchmark.
What would be the real? What should be the benchmark? That's a good one. Benchmark's good. That's a real answer.
Anyone can be mad at Old Foe 100.
Yeah, I agree.
Old Foe 100 is actually a good choice. So
I do have a question just as a qualifier. What would be considered a bad choice for
Booker's would be a bad one.
No. I don't mean in this conversation. Like if you walked in the bar and they had a specific bourbon in their rail.
Oh.
What would be one that you're like?
We have 10 High as our bourbon. So I was like, that's not even bourbon. Yeah, you're gonna. We're just terrible, you know.
There's what brand was it? We were planning an event recently for my Chamber of Commerce, and we did it at the local golf club. And the first liquor package they offered, whatever the liquor brand was of everything for like their first base package, I was like, I don't even know what this is. And so I looked around, I was like, has anyone even heard of this? I was like,
it wasn't Starlight.
I don't know. And so I was like, I am appalled that they're even trying to serve me something I've never even heard of. And I was just so pissed that they would even try. And I'll think of it eventually.
For the record, I think, and this has been my go-to for a long time, not only with you guys, but I think a Four Roses in the rail is just
that's a good one. I was going to say that.
That's where I'm going.
Yeah. Okay, I like that. I think that's a good one. You did good.
I like
both Four Roses and Old Forester. Those were my two that I think are the most realistic. And then one that's by no means Booker's, but not necessarily realistic, but would be awesome. Maybe an Old Granddad Bottle and Bond. Or
I think regular Old Granddad would be normal
on the bar, right?
But a Bottle and Bond, I think, would be good. That would be awesome. I'd be excited about that.
If they had Old Granddad Bottle and Bond, that would be your favorite bar, right? Because you can drink that one neat. Yeah, you can drink that one neat for sure.
And affordable for them.
Yeah.
Or price.
So I was going to say dive bar though. Like if it's not Jim Beam white label at the dive bar, like I want to walk out. Like that's
totally agree.
McNew, that's the question. I think maybe Akeley missed the boat on this one. Sorry, Akeley. But what kind of bar are we talking about? Are we talking about a high-end bar? Or
I already answered that.
Bar, a dive bar? What?
He's drunk. I answered that. Yes, I said
he's drunk.
The ABV Barrel Shop is now a bar. What should we do? You know what it's like.
I want to go to a dive bar and I want Jim Beam white label at my dive bar.
No.
Yep, totally agree.
I was like Chris Moore when he was on. He was drunk, and when he was on, he says to me, tell me about your dad. So I tell him the whole story, and then we chit chat a little bit, and he's like, hey, tell me about your dad. Like every other question, I guess, was going to be, tell me about your dad. So
in that regard, what do you think?
Well, you and I, oddly, are right on. I think Four Roses, just the standard Four Roses, would be a great pick for sure. Yeah, well, that would be the one to do.
You know, McNew, while I do agree with you about Jim Beam White Label being a perfect for a dive bar, I would also say that could almost be perfect anywhere, although it might not fit the standard for a higher end bar. I still would not be mad at seeing that on any bar.
No, I feel
what to expect, and you can always throw it into a cocktail. Like I think it's fine everywhere too. But
yeah, I do feel like when McNew said Old Foe Signature, aka the 100 proof, I think that would be great for a high end bar. For the rail, I think that's that.
Great.
Do you need to do any better than Old Foe signature?
No, it's good.
For rail?
I've seen it on the rail at a bar before.
Yeah. But I think that could get as high end as you want. That literally could be. That's all the higher you need to go, I would think, and that's maybe a great choice for sure. Yeah.
Right.
Old Foe signature. Yeah. What else? Anything else?
And a nod to Four Roses.
And nod to Four Roses. Four Noses.
Four Noses.
I'm going to start a brand called Four Noses.
That's what I want to see in the actual rail. Is I want to see a restaurant that has a bunch of private label stuff that has just named it similar. And
Four
they just
Noses,
haven't been
for
caught
example,
yet for their cease and desist. So we've got Four Noses, and we've got.
There is a Four Noses brewery.
Okay.
Okay.
Well,
All right.
Lenny, yeah, there's Four Noses Brewery. They're fantastic out of Denver. Yeah, they're fantastic. Yeah.
All right. I will. I came up with a brand name today. I want to talk with Katie. I'll do that off the air though, because people steal stuff, so they'll steal my idea. I want to see if I can do this. I'm gonna talk to her between shows.
Okay.
I'll have to meet the rest of you guys. I'll kick you off. You'll get to come back. I'll just be a constant.
He'll put you in the waiting room.
Yeah, in the waiting room. Like on the game shows, you'll be in the soundproof booth.
To the point of the rail thing, though,
yes.
Is there not every single heritage brand that has an offering that would be phenomenal on
That's
rail?
a good point. Like you could do like just regular Buffalo Trace, right? Like, yeah.
Oh yeah,
Wild
yeah.
Turkey 101.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
As long as you're somewhere that can get it. I mean, regular, it's $25.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Good one.
yeah. Yeah.
I mean, if you know Lenny and I, we're about an hour and a half apart, so let's go.
Let's go.
Yes.
Let's do it. All right. So there you go. There's our ideas for rail. So take it for what you will. But yeah, I think Buffalo Trace would actually be a good one. And there are definitely bars. I've been in bars that have had Buffalo
What about
Trace
a rotating rail and you just get it
rotating rail
without it's a mystery, right? And it could be regular, but it could be something high end that that you don't know what it is. So you take the risk of the rotating rail like a bar.
That would be
So
fun.
it could be that you get a Weller that night and they just
rail
rotate
roulette.
Just
It's rail roulette.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. And then every once in a while, one month out of the year, it's Fireball. So
Yes. Yes.
that's the equivalent of losing rail roulette. So
And maybe if you guess it,
shit.
blind, and if you guess it, your first drink is on the house.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I like it.
Right.
Oh, that's good. That's good. That would be all over the internet. Then the rest of the month, you're just bars buying the free drinks.
They'd have to do it each day. Then they'd have to change it.
Yeah,
That's true.
Often.
All right. Well, we'll wrap this one up as we always do by talking about where people can find us. Katie, we'll start with you. Where can people find you?
You can find me over on Instagram at KatieProof.
Lenny.
You can find me and the rest of Deerhammer on social media at Deerhammer, on the web at deerhammer.com. You can order our stuff online pretty soon at the new ABV Online Barrel Shop, and you can come visit us in beautiful Buena Vista, Colorado.
All right. Ryan.
Across the social network, ABV MTN Whiskey, and our website, synthwhiskey.com.
Okay. All right. McNew.
I'm on Instagram at McNew ABV.
For me, I'm an easy to find. I'm at Steve Akeley on Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. I've got a website, steveakeley.com. We've also got a company website. That thing's abvnetwork.com. Hey, check out that steveakeley1.com. I did a little work on that recently. Well, it was not bad. It's looking good. It's looking good and feeling good. abvnetwork.com is the other one. Everything that we do is out there. Previous shows, blogs, so much more. abvnetwork.com. Come by and see us at the ABV Barrel Shop. You never know who's going to be there. We're just sitting around at the bar. Here comes Jason Fruit strolling in the other day. Fantastic. There he is, hanging out with us. You'd never know who you're going to run into. We had guests there. They loved it. Here comes Fruits. That was his first time meeting them. Fantastic. So check us out, abvbarrelshop.com. McNew, anything else to say before we get out of here?
I would like to remind the audience to please give us a 5-star review. That includes comments. It helps new people find the show, which is very important to us. And if you like what we're doing, we ask that you please visit our Patreon page at patreon.com/the ABV Network.
Great job today, gang. For audience, we'll have a brand new show for you tomorrow. Looking forward to that. Until then, take care, everybody. See ya.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
See you guys.
Peace. Before we finish the show, let's talk about some great companies that support the ABV network. First up is Moonshine Still Pro. Moonshine Still Pro has a full line of products to help the home distiller. Whether you want to experiment on the stove in your kitchen or you're looking for a bigger setup in your backyard, owner Russell Creed and his team can help. They have multiple still offerings, accessories, and even grain from their partners at Goldstone Mill to assist you in making whiskey on par with your favorite distillery. They can also help you with some fabricated parts you probably can't make yourself if you are attempting a DIY still project. Learn more or order your still or parts at moonshinestillpro.com. Last but not least is the ABV Barrel Shop. While we don't get to play in the allocated bourbon game because we aren't selling the other products you have to do to get those, we do have access via our friendships in the bourbon industry to some really cool stuff. Have you ever seen your favorite craft distiller selling some really cool limited offerings only in their gift shop? I'm talking things like the hazmat offering Distillery 291 did for their 10th anniversary, or Neely Family Distillery's Papaw's birthday barrel. They don't have enough of it to send it out to distributors, so they only sell it via their gift shop. Well, companies like Distillery 291 and Neely Family Distillery have agreed to sell us 2 or 3 cases of these offerings moving forward, meaning our store will have the access to some of the rarest whiskeys in the world. Way more difficult to come by than the allocated bourbon offerings with a national release. Yes, they will be extremely tough to come by, but if you're a customer of our store, you'll have a chance to get them. Get signed up for our email or text list over at abvbarrelshop.com so you don't miss out.
The Bourbon Daily is part of the ABV Network. For more information or to become a sponsor, please visit abvnetwork.com. Thanks for listening and cheers.
This has been a Steve Akeley production.